Hello and welcome to another tutorial in the HTML5 series. So far, we spoke about different types of HTML tags. We also talked about the ways in which we can style HTML elements by targeting the attributes. We went over the differences between inline versus block elements. These are the fundamental concepts of HTML. From this tutorial, let's talk about HTML5 specifically and the features HTML5 provides. The first thing that we want to be talking about is the doc type. If you have seen HTML code before, you might have noticed something called as doc type HTML. So this is the first line of every HTML file that we see. So what this specifies is it tells the browser that this is an HTML file. So the browser immediately interprets as an HTML file. So that's why we need to provide a doc type. Uh, a, specifically, doc type HTML tells the browser that the HTML is of the version 5. For the previous versions of HTML, the doc type looks slightly different. All right, let's move to another um, feature that HTML5 provides, which is the semantic HTML tags. When I say semantic, let's let me give you an example of a semantic tag. Um, for example, header is a semantic tag. Let me also add a couple of more semantic HTML tags or elements. Uh, Section is one element, and aside is another element. Uh, you might be looking at the difference between the tags that I've added here versus the tags that are already existing in our code. Uh, the difference would be you can easily understand what these tags mean, right? I mean, you don't need a lot of explanation to say what a header and what a footer on a web page is, and then what aside really means. Even though you might not know exactly what the tag is for, you can make a wild guess. Whereas it's difficult to sift through these kind of tags like div and span tags and to exactly understand um, where it's going to be rendered on the web page. So that's why these tags are called as semantic HTML tags. Semantic HTML tags are really there for the developer as well as the browser to understand clearly what that tag is supposed to be. That's why HTML5 has come up with these semantic tags. Uh, Another side note that I wanted to mention here is although the page can understand what these tags are, it doesn't automatically style things for the developer. We need to explicitly style these tags using CSS. Uh, so let's add some content between these tags and see how it's going to be rendered. So I'll add some content like this is a header. So I'll say this is a side panel, and this is a footer. Let me clean this up and let's save this and go back to our browser. As you can see, there isn't any uh, styling that has been applied to these uh, HTML elements. Although the names have uh, header and footer and aside, the expectation is um, aside would be showing up on the right hand side in a side panel, but that doesn't happen automatically. We'll have to explicitly uh, write CSS for it. But the only advantage is in a big HTML file, I can immediately recognize that if I want to make some change to the side panel, I would know that I need to look under this HTML tag and then do the stylings. So that's what semantic HTML really is. We'll be talking about few more HTML5 features in the next tutorial.